Good morning, guys. The last few weeks have been pretty hectic. Um, the 21-day challenge kind of ended yesterday, but it didn't end. We're going to keep going, and people got some really good results. In 21 days, lost between 5 to 8 pounds. Me, I didn't track anything. I've been fasting for the last over 72 hours now, so I want to say 89 hours now, and I feel good, but tonight I'm going to end up breaking it. There were a bunch of other people that actually fasted with me for 72 hours. Some stopped at 48, some stopped at 72, and basically, if you don't know, my whole mission is the war on artificial sweetener. The war on sugar, war on carbs, any of the stuff that's pretty much people think is, tastes good, and that's their sweet craving, their sweet fix. It's all junk, really. All of it is. All the simple carbs, then refined sugars and artificial sweeteners and stuff like that. It's all trash, every bit of it. And I know some of you don't like hearing me say that, but it is. And what was it yesterday? Somebody posted Dr. Berry's link of to his live or his video with a dietitian or nutritionist, whatever she was, and she related artificial sweetener to that boyfriend that's always lying to you or abusive. And I thought, wow, you know what? That's exactly what it is. Artificial sweetener is just a fake version of the truth, and it's a lie. And it can abuse you just like sugar can, and lead you to the same addictions just like regular sugar can, and it leads to the same hormone release in the body just like sugar can. So that's my whole perspective. That's my whole journey, is to let people know you don't have to rely on that stuff. You can be okay with regular food. You can be okay with not consuming artificial sweetener. You can be okay with that. You can be okay with not loading up on refined oiled fat bombs and refined oiled bulletproof coffees. You can be okay without that stuff. And some of you will try to argue all day why you need it, but I can give you many, many more reasons why you don't need it than you can give me that you do need it. So that should weigh on your mind a little bit. That should tell you, well, if I can take 10 extra reasons to that, 2 or 3 that I can find that says the exact opposite, maybe I shouldn't be doing it. If you're an athlete, or just like somebody brought up on Jimmy Moore's group, if you're a person that works outside all day and you burn through 8,000 calories because of what you do, like a tree cutter, or somebody in the construction field that's on this pavement and stuff all day, constantly working, maybe somebody like you could use that and utilize it properly. But 99.9% of us, that's never going to happen. We have no need for that. We don't have any kind of need for that. And what a lot of people don't understand is just about training in general. When you started this journey, you had to train into it. You didn't just jump right in. Got a little disconnected there. I'm going to have to edit this video. When you started this journey, you didn't just jump right in and say, okay, I'm going to be keto, and then all of a sudden you were just keto. You failed. You fell off the horse. You fell off the wagon, whatever you want to call it, many times before you actually realized, I can do this. And you stuck with it. So, I mean, it's one of those things where it amazes me on how many excuses I find from people that just don't want to be healthy, or they're following somebody else's perspective instead of trying to follow their own. And they're saying, because Nona Grace does it, I'm gonna do it the way she does it. That's use that as a tool to see how other people do things, but come up with your own method and adjust off of that. Chances are, the way that person does it, it's not going to work for you exactly. But the one thing I can tell you is the junk, the processed keto treats and foods and stuff like that, it's not going to benefit you. I mean, I'm in several groups right now. My keto group has got, almost 4,000 people. We get a couple of small groups that are pretty stagnant right now that I need to start reactivating and getting people to wake up in. We got another carnivore keto group. It's predominantly carnivore, where there's like 7,500 people in that, and we see people from all these other groups out there that are getting all this crazy information about, oh, you could do this today, but don't do that tomorrow, and these treats are fine, and those treats are not, and, people are looking for consistency. They don't like this bouncing back and forth crap all the time, where one day it's okay and the next it's not. Or one day you're finding 5,000 reasons because something tragic happened in the family, instead of saying, let me deal with my family stuff first. I can stay legit while I'm doing this. Maybe not as tight, but I can still do it. There's no reason to say, my aunt passed away, now I gotta go have 4,000 calories of simple carbohydrates and sugar because that's my comfort food for when somebody passes away. That's silly. You're doing the exact opposite of what you should be doing. You should be honoring that person by trying to stay the healthy path, so you don't have to end up in the same situation eventually, or to an early death, because that's essentially what this stuff causes. Your medical provider would rather have you coming back in to get medication than actually educate you, which they're not even really educated themselves, on what you should be eating. Now, on September 4th, I'm going in for lab panels. I finally got a doctor's appointment down here in Louisiana, where they said, we want you here at 11 o'clock for lab panels. 11:30, you're going for EKG. We want to check your heart. 1:30, we want you sitting down with a doctor. They're doing everything in the hospital. And I'm excited to see what this is going to turn out to be. Yesterday was like, I think it would have been like day 22 of the 22 of 30 gym challenge. And basically what I did was I just picked a 9-foot log up out in the backyard. It's about 200 pounds, about 10 inches in diameter, and I just kind of leaned it up on my shoulder, picked it up off the ground, and then I laid it long ways across my back, and I just did a bunch of squats in the yard with it, and then I walked around the trees like in a figure 8 pattern, and then I came back, dropped it, practiced picking it up a few times, and then I flipped the log a few times. I picked it back up, did more squats, walked around the trees. Basically wanted to spend some more time with the dog. She needs more of my time and the new horses and stuff like that, so I went out and checking out the horse's ear, and I went and got some stuff to put on the horse's ear so the flies and stuff will leave it alone and can start medicating it. But it's one of those things where you guys just, I see this stuff. I get to see what these people are going through every single day. As an admin, I get to see every single question, every single concern, every single problem, every issue that pops up. I get to see it. And it shocks me that there's so much bad information out there. It shocks me that people come from other groups and stuff like that. I've been talking to Jimmy Moore's wife lately, Christine Moore. She's a nutritional NTP, so nutritional therapy practitioner. And I've been, just talking to her about what people think is keto and what people aren't. And somebody posted on his group, I got kicked out of another group because I was asking how come people don't have more corn and bacon desserts. Well, because corn is super starchy, it's a lot of sugar to it, 99.9% of it's genetically modified, and it's not very good for you at all. So that's why it's not a ketogenic protocol. But this person has been doing keto for so long, and teaches it to other people, and said I don't understand why I was kicked out of another group because I was posting a bacon corn side dish, because that's not keto, and it's trashy food. I mean, I'm so amazed by how many people are still doing this that just do not know what keto is. I don't understand. I mean, I know people that have been doing this since the 80s, and so much has changed over the last few years because now we want to socialize keto. We want to make keto all these things that it's not. I don't get it. I honestly can say now that I've been doing carnivore long enough that the simplicity of it, I love. I love how it kicks cravings and things of that nature, but the one thing I don't love is the fact that my joints do kind of hurt on carnivore, and I get these little bruises and stuff sometimes if I bang myself up in the gym, where on keto I don't respond to bruising that, like that. I mean, I don't get them. And I'm pretty aggressive in the gym in general, so I've been incorporating more keto stuff into my my daily routines, and it seems to be working better. A lot of the bruising stuff has went away, so that's what I'm doing now. Is I'm focusing on that. I've been training a lot harder. My goal right now is not to lose weight. My goal right now is to put on muscle mass, and do that as much as I can, so I can go into my next big drop with keto. And as long as I'm putting on muscle mass right now, and I'm bulking up, when I go back into my next weight loss period, I know that I won't have as much loose skin. So basically that's what I'm doing now. There's a lot of core resistance training, a lot of heavy lifting, compound workout, and just trying to do the best that I can. Well, that's what's been going on lately. Just moving into the new house, staying tight on my nutrition, trying to help as many people as I possibly can on the carnivore and the keto group, and just trying to be as knowledgeable as I possibly can and learn as much as I possibly can, and just try to be the best keto person to other people, that I can possibly be, and without changing myself. Let's just make sure we're keeping keto, and we're not letting it get bastardized and commercialized by everybody, because that's what's going on now. If you see something that doesn't sound right, say something. That's how it stops people from taking things and making it what it's not. Anyhow, let me get off here and get into this, start my day at work. I appreciate you guys. Carnivore on, keto on. Remember, this is your journey. You got to live it, nobody else. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. God bless.